A boom boom.
Hey, this is Time Bomb, and if it's your first time checking out the channel, hit that subscribe button to catch all the updates. Thanks a lot for checking out this video. This is the SCL Week 3 breakdown. I know, I'm a little late with this one, but finally got to it. Pretty much got every game. There was one that I did miss. Talk about that later. Apologies to them. We'll cover that one. Big shout out to Rancor. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I kind of just late right now. I'm really recording this right before I'm uploading it, so I do apologize for not getting the game highlights, but got everything else. I kind of went through and broke them all down, so we're going to get into those now, and afterwards we're going to go over the elite leaders as we see them and the standings as they are right now today. So thanks a lot for checking that out. Let's get into week 3. Taking a look at the first game here between Fracture and IG. Their loadout for Fracture on the New Republic side, 2 X-Wing, 2 Y-Wing, and a support ship. On the other side for IG, on the Empire, they've got a Defender, 2 Bombers, 2 Defenders rather, and a support ship. On the opening, takes about a minute and a bit, but finally IG is able to win it and go on attack first, and they just brute force the first one down, end up finishing it on phase to push the morale back here once they take it out all the way down. You see Narcissus working the shields. They're going to be back at around half morale, working on the second one. They get it down here. We see in about just over 2 minutes and a half seconds. They're pushing on to the MC-75. They've taken out 1 shield here. They're going to move in on the other one. By the end of the phase, they've taken out both shields, and we see a suicide for targeting, which is basically going to neuter Fracture's attack. Just a flip away there, and then they're going to come back in and finish off the MC-75. A dominant win for IG. Took about 5.5 minutes on the attack phase. We see Luma with 56k damage, Miner with 38k damage, another 32k from Hod. Just a lot of damage done, not too many kills. Well played by IG. In game 2, the New Republic is IG this time. They've got 2 Y-Wings, 2 X-Wings, and a support. We're seeing a TIE Fighter, a Defender, 2 TIE Bombers, and support from Fracture on the Empire side. It picks away here at about 50 seconds. We see Narcissus getting on support with the tractor beam, with getting a little bit of help. A conch missile is going to finish support off, and they're going to get the flip with a little PvP. Narcissus on that support ship is like an extra PvP player, which is huge when they play on the New Republic side. You see they're going to get both down to out of phaseable, and then they're going to use that out of phase on their defense to really limit what Fracture's going to be able to do on attack. They're going to get a quick flip, even though Fracture is able to get the one out of phaseable. Still, IG pushing onto the Star Destroyer on their next attack, getting both shields disabled, going to destroy one, then they're going to get the other one destroyed after they're disabled, get some hull damage in, power we see, shield destroyed, and they're going to get the flip. And still, on the next attack, Fracture pushes through the frigate, but as soon as they get to the MC-75 attack, IG gets the flip, so they just got to come back in, finish off the ISD, and they get the win. Pretty impressive win. Nice frigate management by IG there, saving both of them for the out of phase to get a quick defense and get right to the ISD first. We see 5 picks from Dynasty. They went a lot more PvP heavy in this one. They're able to dominate and get the win. Ghost versus Nova Squadron. Ghost on the New Republic running 3 X-Wings, a Y-Wing, and a support. 2 Bombers, an Interceptor, and a Defender with support for Nova. On the Empire side, they're able to win the opening and get good damage in on the first attack, getting a frigate out of phaseable on the flip. Helps them get a very quick defense. Ghost not able to get very much damage in, so Nova is going to be able to come back for their next attack, get the other frigate down quickly. They're going to push into the MC-75 with almost a full morale bar, come in, start working the shields. See slowly mosquitoing over the other one, going to do some damage with the disabled one, going to work in some damage here, taking a look from far away. We got a shield destroyed. Now they're also going to take out targeting here at the end of the phase, get me able to work that down, help them out on their next defensive phase still, and then after phase here, we see more trying to get power, and they just get the dunk on him and are able to stop him from getting that. But still, Nova has another quick defense limiting Ghost, trying to save those to get an off phase, maybe speed up the defense, but in the end they can't do it. Nova's going to go in and finish off the MC75 and get the win. Something that the gameplay footage doesn't show here. Elusive in that interceptor, going 15-1, dominating the airspace. Lizard Wizard, 74k damage, just owning the skies there in the first game. Very impressive from Nova. Game number 2, Nova versus Ghost Squadron. This time we got Ghost Squadron on the Empire. They're running 3 TIE fighters with a bomber and a support ship. Don't really see set up like that too often. And on the other side, we've got an A-Wing, 2 Y-Wing support, and that's right, a B-Wing is out there on the field. Tasty Bites in the B-Wing. You see here off the opening, seems like they're running probably a mask with beacons on the B-Wing. Very unusual, but off the opening, not really able to do much. Can't get to the Corvette in time. They get the flip very quickly, so he's going to come in with the B-Wing, doing some bombing runs on this frigate over here. They start off with a very, very strong attack. They're able to get this first frigate off phaseable and start to do some damage and work the shields on the other one. So they're going to have that for a nice defensive setup, able to get a very quick flip, limit the damage that Ghost is going to do on their first attack. So then when they do get back on the attack, they're going to push right to the ISD. They're going to get both shields on this attack. That's a good damage in, really strong attack from them, and really going to limit what Ghost is going to be able to do on their next attack. Really just not even able to get quite to the MC75 yet. So then it's basically ready to be finished off. But Nova trying to do it with style with all the B-Wings out there, not able to do it on this attack, giving another chance to Ghost Squadron to go in on the MC75, but they aren't quite able to get it done. Nova gets to have all the B-Wings up on the end screen flying there for the victory. Huge damage from Tasty Bites, 124k, getting it done with the B-Wing. 15 kills again from Elusive, putting up crazy numbers. Impressive wins from Nova over these 2 games. This is Hutt versus Randalorians. Hutt on the New Republic first. They're coming out in a standard 2 Y-Wing, 2 X-Wing with a support ship. Rando's coming out with an interceptor, TIE fighter, 2 bombers, and a support ship on the Empire side. After a 1-minute opening, the Randos are able to win it, and they're going to go on attack first and just really start to melt away at both of these frigates, just really doing damage. They end up taking one out on phase, so with high morale, then they end up taking out the other one as well. They're going to get both of them down and push onto the MC75. Didn't look like they were going to get anything, but then right as the phase flips, Vixia gets onto the shield jet and he just does the damage, lays into it, and he's able to take out that one shield. Hutts just aren't able to get much done on this attack phase. Randos are going to come back in. They're going to take out a shield. They're going to do the damage on the MC75, and they end up winning this one pretty definitively. A nice win over Hutt. Jester there going 5-0, 30k damage, 48k damage from Mr. Ziggy, and leading the way, Vixia with 42k damage. Game number 2 between Rando and Hutts. This time Rando on the New Republic, coming out 2 Y-Wings, 2 X-Wings, and a support ship. The Hutt going a different direction. No support ship, 2 defenders, an interceptor, 2 bombers. On the opening here, though, looks like Hutt's gonna win it, but we see Jester zero in on Sheriff, the AI farmer. He blows the chaff and able to finish him off. Then he's gonna switch over to Stardude on the interceptor, take him out, and they're gonna win this flip. Great strategy of taking out the farmer, stopping the farm, eliminating them from getting the morale. On the attack phase, they're able to get the first one out of phase, and then they're able to put up a great defense against Hutt, stopping them from getting the frigate out of phaseable. So they're going to come back on the attack, burn through the frigate, and get to the ISD with a full morale attack way ahead on Hutt here. They're going to get in and take out the shield first by disabling it and then trying to destroy the other one. Here slowly they're going to get it, but in the end they can't get the other shield gen as they all try to do it as the phase flips. Everybody's just trying to get it. They want the last attack to be with shields down and make it quick because they are so ahead, but they aren't quite able to. Hutt, on this one, they do push through, kind of clumsily get to the MC75 with low morale. It's quickly flipped back on the ensuing attack here. They're going to take out power. Before they take the shields, I think they dropped them on the way in. They are going to soon after destroy the shield, take out the weak points, start doing the damage that they need to finish this one off. Just a matter of time here as the phase flips, they get the win. Going 2-0 against Hut in this one. They got ahead and were able to stay ahead. We see Brandon leading the way with 37k damage, 29k from Vix, 5-1 from Jester, leading the way with PK. Also, 5-1 from Lemming on the other side. Shout out to him. Here we got the Night Witches and Remnant facing off. For the Night Witches on New Republic, they've got 2 X-Wing, 2 Y-Wing, and a support ship. Pretty standard look for what we see in most of these matchups. On the other end, for Remnant, playing the Empire this game, they've got 2 TIE Bombers, 2 Defenders, and a support ship. This opening was pretty prolonged, went back and forth down to the wire, 12 seconds left, looked like Night Witch was losing, then they push ahead across the morale bar, and then quickly it falls back right at the end, and Remnant is able to go on the attack first. So out of the gate, they're doing pretty decent damage, but they're not able to do as much as they need on the first attack phase, giving Night Witch's opening. They're able to get the frigate off phaseable on that first attack for them. So Remnant, though, on the way back here, they're going to burn through the one, keeping more than half morale, then they're going to burn through the second. They're looking at about 70% morale, and they're just going to go in and have a devastating attack. They're taking out shields. They're working targeting. They're taking out power, making the weak points right at the end of phase. They got it pretty low, aren't able to do it. Night Witch has got to come back. They push through the frigates. They get to the ISD with low morale. Corvette there, taken out for the flip. Remnant able to come back, finish it off, get the win. Look at that. Flying Llama, 105k damage in that game. Big time, getting the win for them. Leaf going 4-1. The PK numbers there, and 6-1 for a reason. Game number 2 here. This time Remnant is on the New Republic side with 2 X-Wings, 2 Y-Wings, and a support ship. Night Witches on the Empire have 2 Interceptors, 2 Bombers, and a support ship. Remnant again able to win the opening here, go on the attack first, and they're able to get 1 frigate out of phaseable before the flip. When Night Witches are going to go on the attack here, they're not quite able to get much done on the frigates. They do drop shields, but not able to get much damage in. Remnant's going to come back on the attack. They already took out the one on the off phase, so they just got to push through the remaining frigate, and they make their way here in phase onto the ISD, almost a full morale bar. So they're going to work these shields. Some plasma bursts going down. They're going to disable. They're going to destroy. They're getting a lot of damage here by end of phase. They've got both shields down, so they just got to put up 1 defense, which they're able to do to stop Night Witches. Then go back in, they take out power, they're going to work the weak points, and they're going to finish off the ISD for a nice win. They're going to win both of these games here. We see Flying Llama at the top of the leaderboard, 63k damage, 6-2. Very nice win from Remnant Squadron, going 2-0 against Night Witch. In this game, we've got Spicy versus the Roughneck Squadron. Spicy on the New Republic here. We see 2 X-Wing, 2 Y-Wing, and a support to start. We've got 2 TIE Bombers, 2 Defenders, and a support ship for the Roughnecks. In this one, the Empire is able to win the opening, and they're going to get off to a good head start, but they're going to come back from Spicy Squadron and get a good attack too. They got both frigates off phaseable. Roughneck has a devastating MC-75 attack though, and it seems like they are way ahead. They just need 1 defense, all the subsystems out. But then here comes Spicy back on this attack. Look at this, a classic double torp sloop. Are you kidding me? Is it January? We're seeing a torp hit on the sloop run. Are you kidding me? Both shields go down. They're taking out all the systems here too. Power goes down. They're taking off weak points. So they're able to get the ISD down to almost 40% here as the phase flips, and they're going to keep working the damage. By the time that the Roughnecks are going to get back out there, it's way down to like 10%. They got to get out there. It's a damage race. Who's going to get it? Roughnecks putting in the damage. We see double torps going off. If those hits are going to knock them out, we got battle going back and forth there. It's so close, and Spicy edges it out. What a back win, incredible. We see 8-Ball leading the way with 45k damage, Dark Reed with 58k damage. We see Trash in there with 31k. I mean, look at Ducks with 51k, 61k from Captain Wanger. So much damage across the board. This was a huge damage race game. Pretty much everyone getting involved for both teams. Just a slugfest. Nice win by Spicy to come back there. Game number 2, this time the Roughnecks on the New Republic side. They're going to run the standard 2 Y-Wing, 2 X-Wing with a support ship. On the Empire side, Spicy this time going to go a little different and have 2 TIE fighters, 2 TIE bombers, and a support ship out there. On the opening, Spicy Squadron on the Empire is able to get it just before Roughnecks can burn the Raider. On the first attack, though, stifled a little bit by the Roughneck defense, they're not quite able to get that first one out of phasable. Roughnecks, next attack, they do a really good job getting one of theirs out of phasable, doing damage on the other, setting up a pretty decent defense, but still, Spicy able to come in hard onto the MC-75. We see them taking out the shield, getting them both down very quickly, getting big damage in while they're doing it here. We see them focusing on taking out power to create that weak points down to like 25% morale, but with the last little bit of it, they knock it out, get the win just as the phase flips, so they're able to win this one again. Big damage. Dark Reed leading the way, 56k damage, 8-Ball with 48k, Cooter Cannon with 40k. Just a very nice win from Spicy Squadron, getting the picks they needed, winning that side as well. So they go 2-0 in this matchup. Savrip versus Guac, and this one, Guac is going to be the New Republic. First, they're going to start it off with the standard 2 X-Wing, 2 Y-Wing with their support ship. On the Empire side, Savrip has an Interceptor, Defender, 2 Bombers with their support ship. We see it starting off here, Guac trying to get the pick to extend the phase, but it's not quite enough. Savrip's going to go on the attack first, going to have a great start, able to get one of the frigates to that out of phaseable point. I got a little messed up on the capper here and missed Guac's first attack, so we come back to see Savrip on the MC-75 getting 1 shield on that attack. Savrip pushing back, gonna get through that last frigate to the ISD, start working on the shields, disable one, they're gonna get the other one down, and finally destroy both of them by the end of the phase. Not quite enough though. So we see Savrip able to come back, get the other shield gen, work power, finish the weak points, and end up winning game 1. On the Empire side, Savrip takes this game. We see Quintessence leading the way with 58k. Not a very pick-heavy game, very damage race. Savrip winning game 1. Game number 2, Savrip versus Guac. In this one, we have got Savrip playing the New Republic. We see an X-Wing, an A-Wing out there, 2 Y-Wings, and the support ship for Guac. We got 2 TIE Bombers, 2 Defenders, and the support ship. Guac, we see able to burn this Raider here at the end. It was close to losing it, but they come back and they're going to end up winning the opening phase. They're going to go on attack and get that first frigate to that off-phaseable point on that first attack. Savrip comes back though, and they do a great job on attack. They decide to burn through the first one and get good damage on the second one, but they don't have the off phase when Guac is going to come back on attack, push through that remaining frigate. We see here they're trying to burn the Raider. They're going to get it pretty quick after the flip, but still, Guac is going to get in. They're going to take the right shield. Here we see Scribbler take out the left shield. At the end of phase, they're working on targeting. They're not going to take it out, but still a great attack, setting them up for win on their next phase. Savrip basically has to win it here. They're going to burn through that remaining frigate very quickly, get onto the ISD. They do disable the shield, but they're doing damage. A little long to take out the power system here. Still half morale. They get the other shield destroyed. It's falling quick though, not much hull damage to the ISD. So in phase, out of phase, not gonna get it done. Guac is going to come back afterwards. See here, taking out power. They're going to do the damage, finishing up the weak points, and they are going to be able to win this game, staying a phase ahead with the Empire. Gets it done. We look at the numbers here. We see turn up with 27k. Scribbler going 9-1 with the PK dominance on that side. AJ Rom, the A-Wing, going 5-3. Good game. 1-1 split between these two great teams. This is the game. CA Gold versus Gray Cheese. So we see in this one 2 Y-Wings, 2 X-Wings, and a support ship for CA Gold. For Cheese, they got 2 defenders, 2 bombers, and their support ship. CA Gold is able to win the opening. They're going to go on attack first. The capture got a little messed up, so I didn't have all of it. They got the first one out of phasable. Cheese, on the other hand, on their attack, they push through the first one, have 1 frigate left, and then CA Gold gets the flip. So they're going to push through that remaining frigate and get onto the ISD using a strat we've seen them do a lot, disabling these shield gens, getting as much damage in as they can at first, then destroying the other one as they're working in sequence, and then by the end of the phase, deciding to destroy the other one and then pull out for a nice defense. Cheese here, they're going to get in on this next attack to the MC-75, get bow shields. They're going to take out power. They're going to take out targeting. They're going to get all subsystems down. So even though bow shields are down here on the ISD, Cheese is still able to prevail on the off-phase attack. Taking out targeting maybe slowed CA Gold down just enough. Impressive win. We see Zephyr Flare leading the way there with 47k, another 50k damage from Jackson. Not too many picks. Nightwing going 3-0 and Horror 3-1. Pretty much a damage race, and in the end, Cheese is going to win game 1. Game number 2, Cheese versus Gold. This time, Cheese on New Republic. They got 2 X-Wing, 2 Y-Wing, and a support ship. CA Gold's got 2 Defender, 2 TIE Bomber, and the support ship. This time, off the opening, CA Gold is going to win it, but only a half morale attack, and Cheese does a great job minimizing, getting a quick flip, so then they get to go on the attack, get one to that almost off-phasable point, but really limiting CA Gold here with what they can do. They're only able to get both off-phasable, so this is going to give Cheese the chance to get onto the MC-75, but both of the off phases limit how much damage they can get in, so then CA Gold has got a chance for a full morale attack, and they get bow shields and come in and do what CA Gold is known to do and just have a devastating one-phase attack to win it here. Great play, great calls by saving those for the off phase by them. Knight going 5-3, leading the way with 36k damage. Ice Cleric going 82k damage. Cheese there with 33k, and Jackson with 32k on the other side. A lot of damage from CA Gold across the board. 33 for Broba and 34 for Rao. So it goes 1 for CA Gold, 1 for Cheese in this matchup. Orange Squadron versus Baywatch. In this one, we got Orange Squadron on New Republic, and for them, we got the standard 2 Y-Wing, 2 X-Wing with a support ship. For Baywatch, we've got a TIE Fighter, a Defender, 2 TIE Bombers with their support ship. In the opening, goes about a minute, and Baywatch able to win it and get on the attack first. They're going to do a great job getting one of them off phasable. They're going to use that for setting up a great defense for a slow attack by Orange. They aren't even able to get halfway on the frigate. Baywatch is going to come back, push onto the MC-75, do big damage, get bow shields on this first attack. They're way ahead. They just need a good defense. As Orange slowly gets the flick, they're going to go back on the attack. They are going to push through both of these frigates here, setting up about 60% morale attack. They're going to disable one shield, try to destroy the other. It just isn't enough. They can't get enough damage in before the phase flips. Still a lot of health, 60 left on the MC-75. Baywatch will go finish it off quickly and take a decisive win in game 1. We see here leading the way Shub with 61k damage, 3-3 from 6. A lot of work, 3-0 from Disco Dino there. Kind of worked by committee to get the picks because they definitely won the air battle there. Randos only 3 kills total for Orange, where they had, looks like 7 total for Baywatch. Baywatch versus Orange Squadron. Baywatch on New Republic, going with 2 Y-Wings, 2 X-Wings and support. Orange on the Empire with 2 Defenders, 2 TIE Bombers, and a support. Orange Squadron able to win the opening, starting off with a good attack. They get one to that off-phasable point, and they do end up off-phasing it. So Baywatch on their attack starts off almost getting that one to that off-phasable point, and Orange is going to come back, push to the MC75, try to get one shield disabled, the other one destroyed, gonna work some weak points on it, and really get some good damage in here on their first attack at the end of phase here. They're gonna try and take out targeting, and it is destroyed right at the end of the phase. They were really kind of crippling Baywatch's next attack. They push through, but a quick flip from Orange, and they're gonna get a decisive win here. Both teams seem to really dominate on the Empire side. This one we see Gonk leading the way with 40k. This one turning out to be a split matchup. So that was all the games for the week. Again, I am really sorry to Rancor for not getting that correct for them with not being able to get their game. So I do apologize. We can actually take a look here at the results in week 3, and we see Rancor was beat 0-2 by Tempest. And we can also take a look here at the standings right now. This does include the week 4 results that we have right now as well. So we see at the top, 16-bit Imperial Guard still leading the way right now. They have not played their most recent matchup. Just behind them, Cavern Angels Gold. We've got Fracture. Then behind them, Gray Cheese. Then Grey Nova, Randos, all tied right with them. And then in the next stack, we've got Roughneck Squadron, Spicy Squadron, and then just behind them, we see Baywatch, Grey Guac, Grey Tempest, Hut Pink Squadron, Orange, and Remnant, all grouped up together in that same record. And then right behind there, actually only have played more games, Savrip, TIE Fighter Guard, Shadowflight, Hex, and Rancor Squadron. That is a mix of some of the week 4 results in there, but that's basically how it's looking right now. We can also take a look at some of the league leaders. Not everything is updated, and also there's a mix of people who have played 1, 2, and 4. So we're going to be looking at players who have had 4 games registered for these stats to determine the league leaders. So, as you can see up here, Swift higher, but he's only played 2. So we're going to go down to the first player with 4, which is Arioth with a 7 kills a game average. Just literally killing it right now. Then we're going to take a look at the lowest average deaths a game. For 4 games, we see 0.5 for Jester. Really got the lowest deaths out there for 4 games. It seems, yep, that's going to be the lowest one. Then the average assists a game, Narcissus, the tractor beam man, getting it done there with 9 average assists per game. Take a look here at the average AI kills a game for Tempest, Maticus Rex. 32 average AI a game, leading the way. Darkblade for Orange Squadron just behind him, averaging 30. Shout out to Darkblade. And then next here we got 4 games for Jackson with the cap ship damage highest per game, 61.99. Impressive. Average, that's his average per game. So having played 4 games, that's the average highest right there. See, really no one else in that neighborhood for an average per game. And lastly, the highest KDA, we are seeing Jester leading the way with 4 games. But you know what? I got to give a shout out to Liven as well, who does a mix of also tractor beam play to make that happen. And I would assume Narcissus would have been up there as well, but apparently he fell down. I'm not sure. I guess the kills didn't quite put him up there where Liven maybe has more of a mix. Interesting stat difference there. Just I thought I would throw out at the end. So that's pretty much everything for this week on the SCL breakdown. I know already for week 4, some of the games were not cast, so it's going to be a little bit different the way that I'll break them down. We'll see. Maybe I will find them from the player stream, so I'll just have to look into them. Maybe I'll do interviews with the players, so look out for that next week. I'm going to try to talk to them. So thank you, everyone, for checking out this video. Sorry it was late getting it out there. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope people did enjoy checking it out. It's because I do enjoy making them. It just takes me time to get to them sometimes. So thank you guys. I'm Time Bomb. You guys are amazing, and I will catch you guys later.
A boom boom.